What's up, guys? It's James here with It's Your Life, Help with DP and Anxiety. I want to make a quick video this evening. Got home from work, and it's about conquering fears. When you conquer your fears, when you face your fears, you know, there's a lot of freedom that comes along with facing your fears, and ultimately facing your fears is how you get out of depersonalization or panic disorder, or whatever your whatever fear is imposed on your life. And when you face a fear and you sit in the face of it until you're no longer scared of it, you literally rewrite your subconscious and your amygdala into no longer being afraid of said thing. But about that is, when a lot of times when it comes to depersonalization, maybe one thing you were worried about, let's say you were worried about having a panic attack all the time, you're always on edge and all that kind of stuff, kind of like me, and that's what led to your depersonalization. And your brain was just worn out from worrying and being scared and constantly being on edge, that it finally just, depersonalization hits. And then all of a sudden, you may have been afraid of that one thing, but after dealing with depersonalization for a while and constantly researching and looking and all that kind of stuff, you end up being scared of everything or a billion other things. This one little fear led to pretty much all of a sudden you're scared of everything, and that one little thing snowballed into just a massive cobweb of fear and different things that scare you, when it used to just be that one thing. So the best way to start tearing down that wall is conquering fears. And if you take anything away from this video, take away from the fact that sorry, allergy season. Take away that you do not need to do all this in one day. I mean, it's really not possible to do all in one day, especially if you've built up a lot, you've been dealing with this for a while. Take it a fear at a time. That's how you beat anxiety. You overcome your fears. You overcome whatever the fear is that you're having anxiety about. And the best way to do that, of course, is through exposure therapy. I've got a video on that. And it kind of explains how it rewrites the subconscious, rewrites the amygdala, and to not being scared of certain things after you overcome your fear of them. But take your fears, and in my opinion, this is the best way to do it. And like I said, if you get anything from this video, do it a step at a time. What's the old phrase, like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Stop trying to get the big goal and the end game and trying to get it all at once. Take it a fear by fear, a day at a time. Wake up every morning, write something down. It may take you 2 or 3 days or a week to get one fear, to overcome one fear of something, but it's easier that way. I mean, there may be certain ones that you can get over in a day, once you sit there and deal with them for long enough, but most of them will probably take you a few days, or even a week, maybe 2 weeks. But wake up every morning and write down on a piece of paper the fear that you're trying to conquer that day. And if you have a job, when you get off work, just focus on that fear and conquering it till you go to sleep. If you don't have a job and you're sitting at home and you have all the time in the world to conquer fears, then you're going to have a lot more time and get a lot more done with it. But for your fears, just, if you're scared of the dark, go sit in a room where it's dark until you're not scared of it anymore. No, it doesn't make it, I mean, no, it just sounds dumb. It's like, oh, it's cliche, I've always heard that. Well, you've always heard that because it works. So that's the general concept of overcoming fears, is being in its presence until it no longer scares you. But seriously, wake up every morning and conquer a fear. If you start out with one fear and now you have 1,000 fears, every morning wake up and conquer a fear. Every morning. Every day, whether it takes you a day or a week or an hour, conquer a fear one at a time, because eventually you're going to run out of things to be afraid of, and all that anxiety is gone because you're no longer afraid. You're no longer worrying about anything because you're not scared of anything, because you know that you can handle it. You know that you're not scared of it, and you know you've got what it takes to overcome it. And that's the ultimate way. Don't overwhelm yourself with trying to do it all in a day or overcoming, and don't overwhelm yourself with trying to get that end goal of being totally out of panic or depersonalization all in one day. Take it a day at a time, and eventually you'll wake up one day and go to do everything, and you'll stop and be like, wait a second, I don't feel that way anymore. So day by day, keep chipping away at it. Stop waking up every morning and be like, it's not gone, whatever, or, I'm trying to get it all done in one day. You can't. You'll overwhelm yourself. You'll just end up worse. So exposure therapy, keep chipping away at it. Conquer a fear a day at a time, until you're no longer afraid of anything. You have nothing left to worry about. And when that worry's gone, when that fear's gone, your depersonalization will be gone, your panic will be gone. And that's a huge one for panic disorder. Sorry if you can hear all this wind, but people get so scared of having a panic attack. Well, go out there and force yourself into a panic attack every single day until I know they're awful. I have them too, and I know how scary they are, and it feels like you're gonna die, and etc., etc. Mine are absolutely awful, but go out there and force yourself to have one every single day, and eventually you'll be like, oh, well, it's just a panic attack. I'll be good in a few minutes. And it'll no longer bother you. But the more you avoid it, the worse it's going to get in any fear in your life. So stop the avoidance behavior, stop avoiding things, and just start conquering fears. And one of these days soon, you won't have any fears left, and you'll be feeling like you're ready to conquer the world. That's all I got for today, guys. Like and subscribe. Comment, whatever. Thanks.